Um, like my opponent said, someone doesn't reach their emotional maturity until well into their mid-20s. Therefore, I just don't see how a girl who can't even who isn't emotionally mature should be dealing with these sort of issues by herself. Like I said prior, just because her parents are notified doesn't mean that she won't carry out the procedure herself, but she just needs that support system behind her. Because without it, like you said, there are, without it, family structures are usually torn apart, and this may lead a girl into, if she has no support system, she may turn to, be turned to the streets, and be turned to, maybe even possibly becoming a prostitute or being sexually trafficked. Like I said before, parents are also able to provide additional information about their minor's medical information, and this would aid in the whole process itself, and prevent serious health complications in the future from occurring. If a girl's on her own and then she begins to experience complications, I don't understand how she would be able to deal with them without any sort of support or network, because now she's shunned her parents and ran away from home because they weren't in support of her decision. I understand that it's a difficult thing to do, but it's something they would all have to accept and move on. Also, like I said before, minors aren't even able to purchase over-the-counter medication by themselves. Therefore, it just doesn't make sense for them to be able to go out and get an abortion without at least consenting with their parents, or not even necessarily consenting, just notifying their parents. And in most states, like I said before, it's not even that their parents have to consent to it; it's just notification. And their parents have to be aware of the fact that this is going on, just because like I said, they're gonna need help to move on past it. Because we all come up to the agreement that the emotional and mental toll of this procedure, or just being pregnant in itself, is just too much for most girls to deal with, and it's just necessary for their parents to be aware. So even if they they approve of the fact that they're pregnant or not, they can help them move on past this. You know what I'm saying? So in conclusion, most minors will seek guidance from their parents, regardless of whether or not the states make it legal for them to get it without the parents or not, because they realize that it's inevitable. That they're going to need their parents' assistance in this unique situation. In most cases, teens who go through an abortion are very likely to develop psychological problems and are nearly 3 times more likely to end up in a mental hospital. Therefore, I'd say it's almost imperative or necessary that their parents are notified. Therefore, they can help them along with that. This is a situation that no girl or minor should be dealing with alone. And like you said, there's statistics about people who are forced to have these babies, whether they're male or female. They have they have certain complications or issues, and I feel that with parental notification, that maybe this could be avoided in many situations. Maybe they can help them decide whether or not they should have the child and help them raise it in many situations versus starting an abortion and making a decision that that will definitely lead to some sort of extreme depression or regret.